It's time to start your morning by taking 5. Here's your host, Matt McMaster.
You're listening to Take 5, a quick 5-minute take on the biggest things happening in Nebraska sports. I am your host, Matt McMaster, and today we are talking about everybody's favorite May subject, the college football playoff format. It has been in hot discussion, in part because the SEC is in Destin, Florida, doing their league meetings right now before the beginning of the year, talking about the future of their conference, talking about the future of college football, because they have put themselves as one of the main decision brokers of the future of college football. And a big topic is the college football playoff future format. Now, everybody's got an opinion. Greg Sankey wants 4 automatic qualifiers. You have some SEC athletic directors who want 4 automatic qualifiers, but then they would also want 9 conference games. The coaches don't want either of that. The coaches want to have 8 conference games, and Lane Kiffin has been vocal about the fact that he wants 16 teams straight seeded with 5 automatic qualifiers. And so everybody has an opinion, like it's Wednesday on the Connor Happer Show. But I'm here to tell you what mine is. The best college football playoff format has come and it is gone. And that would have been having 8 teams in the CFP. I don't think a team can win a college football national championship if they're not ranked in the top 8. I don't think we're going to see a 9, 10, 11, 12, so on and so forth, win the college football national championship. Last season, we saw the 7 do it. I think 8 is the mark. I think if you had 8 best teams, that would be perfect for the CFP. 1 plays 8, 2 plays 7, so on and so forth. It's a 3-week playoff cycle. You get to end the season a little bit earlier. It gives yourself a little bit more flexibility with the overall college football playoff schedule when it comes to the transfer portal and recruiting and signing period. And the NFL is going to go to an 18-game, 20-week season in the next couple of years. It's not a matter of if, but when that happens. When that happens, they will begin to impede on weeks that college football used to own. Unfortunately, for college football, their playoffs are way too long that they're ending in late January, where they're not going to have that flexibility to get those weeks back and have weeks on the calendar where they're not competing against the NFL. And so if you were to have gone to an 8-team playoff, it would have been absolutely perfect from a competitive standpoint and from a flexibility and schedule standpoint, but not from a money standpoint. And it's all about money, which is why we're going to 16 teams. I don't like 16 teams. Like I said, I think half the field doesn't even have a shot at winning the college football playoff. I think a lot of these games are going to be not that close, especially if they are on home campuses, which at least the first round will be. So that's where I stand, but that's the reality we have to face, right? Like, this kind of what it comes down to. It's like we can complain so on and so much about maybe college football isn't doing the things that we prefer, but it's the devil we got to live with. And when it comes to Saturdays, you're still going to sit down, you're still going to watch the product, and you're still going to root for your team to try and make the college football playoff. And hell, because of the expanded CFP, more teams are going to be able to have an opportunity to make the CFP. So you are going to be more invested in your team's college football season, typically longer than maybe you would in the past, which is a positive thing. Now, amongst the formats that are laid out, I think the best format is the 4 + 4 + 2 + 2 + 1, meaning you have 4 automatic qualifiers from the Big Ten and the SEC, 2 automatic qualifiers from the ACC and Big 12, 1 group of 5 qualifier. I think this is great, not from a Big Ten and SEC perspective, because I know a lot of people get upset, like, oh, why did the Big Ten and the SEC just automatically get 4? They invest the most in this conference. They invest the most when it comes to players. They invest the most when it comes to coaches, not only just head coaches, but assistant coaches as well, support staff. They make the investment, and they have the best teams, and they have proven they have the best teams over the last 4 years. The Big Ten and a 16-team playoff format would have had 4 qualifiers in 2024, 5 in 2023, 6 in 2022, 5 in 2021. The SEC would have had 6 qualifiers last year, 7 qualifiers the year before, 3 in 2022, and 4 in 2021. They've proven, minus 2022 from the SEC, that year in and year out, they're going to get already more than just their 4 automatic qualifiers because their teams are of high quality. I like this format because the Big 12 and the ACC, which they've been left in the dust the last couple of years, they get some representation. They get guaranteed representation. The Big 12 wouldn't have had more than one team represented in the college football playoff over the last 2 years. The ACC would have had 3 last year, and they would have had 2 the year before. So the ACC is doing fine. Miami and Clemson are doing their thing. SMU has stepped up. But we don't know if that's going to continue. As this snowball effect, continues to roll down the hill and more talented players go to the SEC and go to Big Ten teams, it's going to be hard for a majority of the ACC and majority of the Big 12 to keep up and to continue to invest those things because, it's the playing field will get a little bit more even, but a lot of these teams are going to continue to get squeezed out, and it's all about whether or not you're sitting at the table when this Super League eventually comes and is formed. And so the fact that the Big 12 and the ACC get guaranteed spots, which would have been more than what they were given in the last 2 years, I think is a positive thing. And I think we're all up in arms about something that doesn't need to be up in arms about. The Big 10 and the SEC are going to get 4 teams in no matter what, regardless of automatic qualifiers being there. So I think this is the best format. It's the most conclusive. It makes sense from a competitive standpoint. Awarding the conferences that invest the most and have produced the most winners over the last couple of years, the more benefit of the doubt. So it's my opinion. The best format would have been 8 college football playoff teams. We have to live with our reality. I guess it'll be 16, but I think the 4 + 4 + 2 + 2 + 1, out of all of them, and none of them are good and none of them are perfect, but out of all of them, I think checks the most boxes. I've been Matt McMaster. That's been Take 5.